Joining me on Terra Machine. This is your quarterly love reading for 2017, and this will be for the sign of Gemini. So let me go ahead and give these cards a shuffle to see what energies you'll be working with for the first quarter when it comes to relationships and love. Okay, the first for January 2017, Gemini, you have the Page of Swords and the Five of Swords in reverse. The page. Let's start with the Page of Swords. This could be you. It could be you being thinking of new ways to have a relationship, but they so brand new and you're so unfamiliar to them. It's that you want to interact them and charge ahead, but they're so new and you don't know how to kind of set them in motion. It's kind of like if you're trying to find a relationship, you thought of a brand new idea, but it's coming to a point that you can't find an angle how to adopted in a way to make it productive. It's just a brand new idea. You might be thinking of, oh, well, I should try to meet a person this way, or I should be trying to meet a person at a certain place, or stop going to old places, going to new places. But you're trying to find a way to put it in without it seeming like you're just doing stuff on a rush. So it's a brand new idea. You're pondering over it when it comes to finding new ways or new thoughts on how to bring love into your sphere. The second card you have is the Five of Swords in reverse. So whatever you have is showing. Usually the Five of Swords upright shows that it's a benefit for you, that you get what you want, but it has a burden to pay on the back end of it. This saying is that whatever you're thinking about, you couldn't get a wind out of it and find the person that you want, and you don't have to worry if you did something wrong or second guess your actions when obtaining this person or trying to get with this person on a one-on-one. You don't have to second question what you say to the person or the way you act. You going in it with confidence without double guessing yourself, how you presenting yourself or what are you saying to that person to bring that person to you for a one-on-one relationship. If you already coupled up, what is showing me that either you or your companion has new thoughts of bringing something in your relationship. With the knight, they kind of, with the page, they're kind of reserved on how they're going to do it. They thought of it, they may have brought it up to you and kind of brushed off the idea because you both maybe have not enough time to do what is suggested or what was brought up that could benefit your relationship. You just brought up the idea and you both is kind of thinking about it. It's too new, so you can't really find an angle of how to bring it into your relationship to make it better. And with the Five of Swords in reverse, is showing whatever you two is about to make a decision on or how to bring in this new thing in your relationship. You don't, you be confident once you make the decision to move forward and bring this new idea of how to make your relationship better. You wouldn't have to second guess the decision you both made to adopt this in your relationship. And for the second month, that would be February, Gemini, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. If you're single, it's probably you got to a point that if you're single, you're not going to try to work as hard to bring somebody in your sphere. Maybe you're stepping back and focusing on something else. Maybe you're stepping back in your inner circle of looking for somebody and seeing what is really out there. So you're not going to be so gun ho to bring those persons in or anybody you meet just yet in the month of February. You're just not going to bring them in to and then try to carve that one person into your liking for you to be in a relationship with it. You're just not going to invest that kind of structured time to build a relationship with whoever you're going to meet. And the second card you have is the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be you, it could be somebody you meet, but the person you may be thinking about or run across during the month of February that you may want to bring into your relationship, they are a person that is stable with money. Their drive is money. They what they do in a relationship, because it's a pinnacle, they're going to have a drive to themselves that if they're going to be in a one-on relationship with somebody, first they have to have their own money. That's the first thing they're going to have. Number two, that they want to make sure if they're going to invest their time, their money, or whatever to build a relationship, they want to make sure that it is worth their while. So the person may you meet on a one-on-one may have this aura or this attitude um kind of over them, and you can sense that once you meet the person. If you already joined up with somebody or coupled up with somebody, it's saying that as a couple you're not going to work as hard to push certain issues in your relationship. If it's certain issues that would need focus on for the month, you're not going to push them. You're going to kind of let those issues ride out to see if those issues are really what they say is permanent issues in your relationship, or they're just a passing phase in your relationship. And you're just going to, instead of you kind of harping on a certain characteristic that is happening in your relationship or your one-on-one with your companion, you're just going to let it ride. You're not going to work as hard to kind of mold it or correct it. And that's what the Eight of Pentacles is showing. And with the Knight of Pentacles, is showing that maybe as a couple, both of y'all is becoming more focused on more ground-based stuff that can help the relationship. So it's like more of getting the home front and the dollars and cents in line, so you don't have to worry about that, and then you can worry about a different aspect of your relationship to make it a tighter union. And for the last month of the quarter, and it will be March, you have the Lovers in reverse and the Hangman upright. The Lovers in reverse is showing if you're single, whoever you meeting is showing that they're not a perfect match. You're finding something wrong with them. You finding something about their aura or their personality that's basically clashing with you. You cannot make a perfect relationship out of them because they carry in a certain characteristic that is either negative or it's the polar opposite of the way you be thinking or the way you was raised or how you go about your daily life or your past relationships or how your past relationships work. It's something about the person that you're meeting, is it has something about them that you cannot basically finger, that you can't join with them. And with the Hangman, maybe the hang because whoever this person you meeting or these people is meeting you, they standing on the back of the fence. They're trying to weigh the pros and cons about getting into a relationship with you, or you're weighing the pros and cons of getting in a relationship with a certain person, because you finding that these negative characteristics is having a weird balance, and you're trying to weigh what's the pro about the person, what's good about them, and what's the con. The con is their bad habits, their daily actions with you as going out and about and dating, and how they reacting to your friends or your family or people that's in your sphere. So you're trying to balance to see what's good about the person and what's bad about the person. And that's if you're single. If you already joined up, it's just showing me in March you as a couple is going to be going through a disconnect. And the disconnect can be anything. It can be you have too much external stuff that's playing a factor into your relationship, or each of you have a different mind frame. In the month of March, maybe you was focusing on rent and bills, while this other person, your companion, can be focusing on love and their job. And it's showing that for the month you won't be connected. It ain't saying that you're going to walk out the door on a person. It's just saying that mentally, if y'all trying to make a union in your relationship, it's going to be a disconnect due to outside things bothering you, or the lack of focus to make the connection. And then with the hangman in the upright, is showing me maybe this disconnection from these outside sources. Maybe you're weighing as a couple, should you have a bunch of, be always around your friends, or bring all your friends in your business, or your family in your business. You weighing the pros and cons of dealing with external factors that is messing with your relationship as a whole. You're trying to judge it if it's being beneficial for you as a couple, and has is people around you respecting both of you and not trying to rip both of you apart by putting certain things out there that each of y'all is judging, or pulling you in two different directions, or two different mind thoughts away from your companion. So both of y'all as a couple is sitting down and trying to weigh the pros and cons of people around you, or different situations that it may be hindering your relationship, and you're making a decision to either kick it out or not deal with it when it comes to your relationship. So let me go ahead and give you an astrological card to see what sign this could be playing out with Gemini. See what the sign would be the most playing out with. Aries. So if you have a Aries sun, moon, and rising, the person you getting with, or your companion, this could be playing out with them more, because this effect could be coming in if you're joined with an Aries, or meeting Aries people, or having a possibility of bringing in an Aries for a one-on-one relationship. So let me go ahead and get a relationship card to see what will help you for the first quarter. The essential of my everything, my every desire can be fulfilled. So what it is that if you want it, you will go and get it. That's what the basic, and this is for singles, or people that are already coupled up. If you want it, you will go and get it. So what it's saying is that whatever you want, you can pull in, and whatever you don't want will be left behind. So when you're dealing with external factors that's judging your relationships, if you join up, if you want to bring it into your life after you analyze it and see has it has a benefit, you can bring it in. But if it doesn't, you can leave it behind. It's calling it with this card. If you're a couple, it's saying, when you really think about your relationship and restructuring it, make sure both of y'all is on the same page, and you both have the same goal when it comes to your relationship. And if both of y'all is thinking that same direction, it's easier for you to pull that in. If you're single, it's saying that whatever you're going to try to meet somebody, it's just think of the person that you want in your life, and that person will probably pop up. And I'm not saying in a full package. Maybe a person will pop up with the things you want, and you can work around the other stuff that, or kind of mold the other stuff that don't work. And maybe that stuff you don't want, when you pull in a person that you do want, maybe that will fall away once a relationship is started, so you don't have to really focus on that because it's going to naturally fall out of the union anyway. So it's just saying, keep whatever you want in a person, present it, and see if it will come back to you. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.